Okay, welcome back everyone. It's been about a week since I've got a video out, so I'm going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to look at the stock market technical analysis, looking for trade ideas, things that are working, things that aren't working, and try to find opportunities in the market, okay? So if you guys are new, drop me a thumbs up. And as I go along, if you're interested in learning this as a skill set, then check out my stock market technical analysis course, link in the description below. And then, of course, I've got the private member group. It's $5 a month, very affordable. At the end of the day, I'm just giving you guys additional market insights, additional trade ideas. I'm not, telling you everything that's going to work in there, but I do throw out charts. I'm giving you additional ideas and just my general read on the market in that private group. So link in the description if you're interested in that one. All right, triple Qs. A couple things I want to look at. We're looking at an hourly chart. Now, we obviously had that pretty impulsive rally last week, and I talked about that in the live stream that we did for the private group. So here's the hourly chart. Just been marching up there. Now we did break, all right? We did break down, and we're doing this back test thing right now. So I suspect we're going to have some sort of a pullback or a sell down, maybe to close the day out or tomorrow. But as of right now, if I narrow it down to like a 30-minute chart, you can see that it's a little more granular. You can see we are making a new high in price right here, and we have negative divergence on the momentum indicators. All right, so we are diverging lower in momentum while price is kind of popping up, making this new high. It's a back test. I suspect we're going to break down, but I don't know if it happens today. And then if I go to the 15-minute chart, you'll see a little more granular. I kind of marked out this little wedge. It looks like it's creating this bearish rising wedge on this back test on the 15-minute. Bigger picture. Big negative divergence. All right, see the 15 minutes? See how the momentum is just drifting lower? All right, so these highs are on less and less momentum, telling me that we're going to break. We did break right here. All right, that's the break of that trend. That was a 2-day trend. So this is short-term stuff going on, but we did break, and now we're doing this back test. I suspect we're going to break this wedge and start to head lower. I'm looking for a minimum right now. A pullback down to about this 273.50 area. All right, that's the gap up area. So that's where the buyers should be waiting. If I go to the daily chart, it'll look something like this. There's your gap up, and I would look for a pullback, or a sell off down to about here. All right, and that's where I'm most likely going to be covering my short positions, and then we'll just wait and see if I can reevaluate. It may be an objective long right there. We'll just have to evaluate it as we get down there. And, of course, if we get down there. I think we do. And right now, that's a drop. From where we're at right now, it's a drop of about 5%. So that's what I'm looking for on triple Qs. If we go to the NQ, which is the NASDAQ futures, you'll see here on the hourly chart, a couple things to look at. One, we created this bearish rising wedge on last week, and we broke, but we haven't gone anywhere. We've just been drifting sideways. So, yeah, no clean sell signal yet, I would say. I mean, yes, we did break trend, but just drifted sideways for the last, all night and all weekend and everything. So, I don't know. Mixed on that one. We do have negative divergence, so that has not changed. And this little spike high that we're making right now is a divergent high. So, I still think we're going to get that pullback. On the futures, I would be looking for a move, and for that I need to go to the daily, but that would be a pullback down to this level right in here. All right, a back test of this trend line. So you can see this is basically support, it was resistance through here. All right, and we broke out, and so come in, back test it, and then maybe we could continue on higher. All right, that's the NASDAQ futures. IWM, another trade, another indice that looks decent. If I can type today, you see here on the daily as I roll out, this is coming off the November highs of 2021. So basically the all-time high in the start of the bear market. And you can see resistance. We rejected here, and we're basically right there. So maybe we trade here for a couple days. They could try to pop it intraday. I would expect we're going to get at least a rejection or a pullback at or near this level. So whether it happens today, I don't know. But I would look for a pullback. Minimum target on the pullback about 181.50. Potentially a gap fill down here at 178.50. All right, there is a gap. If we go to the hourly chart, you can see there's your gap way down there. So anywhere from there, 181.50 down to, down to this gap fill. On this one, you can see on the hourly chart, we also starting to put in that negative divergence now on the hourly. So we're probably going to chop around here for a little bit, but I think we're going to get a rejection or at least a pullback here. Okay, next up, and I already told the private group about this trade idea, but I'll hand it out to the public, out to YouTube as well. So this is AMD on the daily chart. Couple things. One, big downward channel, all right, on AMD. All right, we've been walking down that since November of 2021, okay? And you can see we've got resistance along this channel, and we're basically right there now, okay? Right at that key level of resistance on that downward channel. Also, we have horizontal resistance. If I roll out a little farther, you can see right here at this level at about 73.23-ish. This was big support for a while. Support. We have lots of reactions on this trend line here. There's another one, okay? And you can, as I zoom in, we're basically right there at resistance. So major resistance here in AMD right at this level. We're just slightly above that level, but again, I think we're going to get rejected here. When I roll down to the hourly chart, no real negative divergence yet on the hourly. So we could chop here for a little bit, but because I don't see any negative divergence really even showing up yet on the hourly. So maybe it's got to grind around for a couple days and build that negative divergence, because I just don't see it yet. Now, if I get down to the 30-minute chart, we're starting to see that negative divergence showing up here. So, sometimes these divergences need to build for a little bit, but you can see there it is. It's just starting to build. And it's obviously on the 15-minute chart as well. The other thing is, here's this trend line, this upward trend line, and you can see they're just starting to break. Nothing impulsive yet, but it's just kind of starting. So it's at major resistance. We're starting to build negative divergence. I think it's objective for a short here. And with a stop just somewhere above. Gold and gold miners continues to be one of my favorite long trades, although we are coming into some resistance here on the GDX. So GDX, you can see we've got resistance right here at about 28.86. I've got it kind of marked out, and we're just below that. So I suspect we're going to grind around, maybe pop it, but I think this is resistance. So we should get some sort of a reaction here. Pullback, maybe a move down to 27 for a gap fill, or even a potential pullback to this trend line that broke out. All right, that would be a buy zone right there for me. I'm a buyer of dips in gold miners as of right now. So we're at resistance in some of these. I think there's a pullback and looking to buy those dips. FSLR, again, hourly chart here. You got this uptrend line here. Started to build big negative divergence on the hourly, and that's fully intact. Broke down and just was grinding underneath back testing. We're starting to break down. So I think we've started the downtrend. It's not obvious yet to everyone, but little rally today, but I think this is going to get sold into, and I believe we started the downtrend. Now, again, the target on this one still remains way down here at about 78. All right. This one hasn't really experienced a bear market like the rest of the market. So this one has been kind of holding up while the rest of the market, especially a lot of the tech stocks, have gone into a bear market. So I think we're going to start that now in this one and, head down to that profit target. Looking at the daily chart, negative divergence on the daily there. And, just in general, it's a very bearish setup. So it's just a matter of when we get that momentum to the downside. I think it's going to start soon, but nothing's to say we can't just kind of hold up here for, a little bit longer. Qualcomm looks like a decent short here. Let me show you what I like about it. Again, on Qualcomm, key level, reaction level right there at about 122.85. It was resistance, support, support. There's another one, support, lots of reactions. Okay. There's another one. Now, when you have a key level, you can chop through it a day or two. It's very, very, that's very normal to do that, but we should get a rejection right here or soon. And we're basically right at that key level of resistance. Okay. When I look at the hourly chart, just starting to show some negative divergence here on the hourly. And if I narrow it down to like the 15-minute, you can see it's starting to show up now, all right, on the 15-minute. So these highs right in here, they're divergent highs on this time frame, and it's starting to show up on the hourly. I suspect we kind of pull back, pop up, kind of pull back, pop up for just a little bit longer, building these negative divergence on like the hourly time frame, and then we probably get that pullback or a move to the downside. Qualcomm, the target could potentially be down here at about 94. That's kind of been my longer term target on Qualcomm, at least for a while, and that has not been hit yet. So you can see that was basically former resistance right through here. There's also a gap back here in the July of 2020 area. And so if we do get rejected at this level, we could see a move down to that support level. All right. And I still kind of like that. I still think that's, very likely. So that's Qualcomm. Okay. I've been kind of scanning around looking for anything else. I don't see much else, guys. So drop me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Join up on the member group if you're interested. And then I also have that technical analysis course I put together if you guys are interested in, learning a little bit more in depth how to read the charts, trade analysis, risk reward analysis, divergence analysis, candlestick analysis, lots of different concepts all kind of put together. I give you guys a checklist also to, look for good quality trade setups. So link in the description for both of those. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.